Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me tonight to get caught up with the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. Tonight, it's season 32. It's episode 6, and tonight's show is titled Brand New Episode. We're going to be breaking down the news from July the 29th through today, August the 5th. Yes, it is August the 5th. I should have put out a new episode yesterday on August the 4th, but I had something big going on last night. One of my favorite rock bands, Shinedown, came to my local arena, and I had tickets, and I went and I saw Shinedown play live, and it was incredible, and they killed it, and they rocked the house like no other band can. They're one of the best groups live. If you get a chance to ever see Shinedown, you definitely should do it. But I did not get home from the Shinedown concert till almost midnight last night, so by the time I got home, I was like, there is no way that I could do a new episode. So I am here a day late, but I am ready to get you caught up with the latest and the greatest. So couple movies to talk about, TV show, and of course the news of the last week or so. So strap on in and let's get her going. Now, tonight's episode is titled Brand New Episode because we're talking about a brand new day, baby. That's right, the number one movie in the world, the number one movie opening of a Thursday, the number one movie opening of a Friday, the biggest weekend of all time, the biggest movie of 2026 so far. Spider-Man Brand New Day, the 38th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the 4th Tom Holland-led Spider-Man film is here, and it is breaking all the box office records. It is killing the game, and I've seen it twice. So if that gives you any idea of how I feel about this movie, there you go. Again, this is non-spoiler, so I do want to say the plan is, I know it's been a hot minute, but the plan is to do a new Am I Still on the Air and do a Spider-Man spoiler review here soon. Hopefully by this weekend. I will keep you guys posted. Keep an eye on the socials. We'll let you know. Try to get my boy Friggins and Peeps in here, and we'll talk a little Spider-Man, but we'll see how the timing comes down. But tonight is non-spoiler. We're back, like I said, 4th movie in the franchise, fighting crime full-time as Spider-Man in a world that doesn't remember him, and the pressure of seeing his old friends move on without him sparks a change in Peter Parker that he may not have the power to control. But that transformation might also be the only thing that can stop a shocking new threat to the city and those he loves, a powerful villain that no one can even see. So, of course, you got Tom Holland back, you got Zendaya back, you got Jacob Batalon back as Ned, and we got some surprises in here that I won't talk about, non-spoiler, but we do see the introduction to a new character played by Sadie Sink. Tremel Tillman from Severance is in here as Bill Metzger from the Department of Damage Control. John Bernthal coming in here as Punisher. Mark Ruffalo coming back as Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Adding Liza Colon-Zayas from The Bear as Detective Jean DeWolf. Yeah, and we'll go from there, right? I don't want to spoil anything. I'm going to tiptoe a little bit here. But what did we think of Spider-Man Brand New Day? It is absolutely fantastic. This is my favorite movie of the year. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This is 5 stars. This is my first 5-star movie of 2026, so congratulations. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did an amazing job. Now, Destin did Shang-Chi, which he killed it over there. He did Wonder Man, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then, of course, here doing Spider-Man, and I hope he comes back to do the next Spider-Man. This guy is an incredible director. But this movie just has so much going for it. It is 2.5 hours long, and it does not feel like it. It feels like a 90-minute movie, and that goes to show you how good of a movie it is, right? Tom Holland is the best he's ever been. He's incredible in this movie, and I absolutely loved everything he did. He has always been my favorite Peter Parker Spider-Man. I know there's always the debate. Tobey's the original, but Tobey played the better Peter, and Andrew Garfield was the better Spider-Man. Tom Holland's a really good mix of both. I think Tom is the best. He just portrays Spider-Man to me better than the other two guys, and I love the other two guys as well. Zendaya is incredible in this movie. Ned, we don't see a ton of him, but when we do, he's awesome, as he always is. I thought they used Punisher and Hulk in the best ways. They make sense. They're not just cameos. They're not there for the sake of being there. They have purpose. The Department of Damage Control has been set up almost as a villain in its own right over the course of other shows like Ms. Marvel and Wonder Man. The last Spider-Man movie, I mean, Damage Control has really been a thing across the MCU lately. And Tremel Tillman was a great addition there. Detective Gene DeWolf is also awesome addition that Spider-Man can kind of work with the police a little bit on his side. The action is incredible. This movie has heart. This movie has thrills. It has chills. I mean, it has everything you want in a Spider-Man movie. It looks beautiful. Some of the swinging shots are unlike anything you've ever seen. I mean, they just knocked this film out of the park. And again, I've seen it twice. Saw it in Prime, which is like AMC's kind of version of an IMAX, since, of course, the Odyssey was stealing all the IMAX screens. But that changes this weekend. Yes, baby. Starting August 7th. Spider-Man's going to get some IMAX screens, which is incredible. So I'll probably go back a third time this weekend to see Spider-Man in IMAX for sure, because I love it. My daughter, again, 12 years old, loves Spider-Man. This was her favorite Spider-Man movie ever. She said it's her favorite MCU movie. She loved this movie so much. My wife loved it. Our whole party loved it that we went and saw it with. I mean, we all walked out so thrilled, so happy. And again, guys, 5 out of 5 stars. It's such a thrill ride. The twists, the turns, the surprises. It does have one post-credit scene, no mid-credits, one post-credit scene. It's interesting, but at the same time, it's a complete waste of time. Like, it'd probably be better use of your time to just Google it and look it up than to sit through 10 minutes of credits, and then you're just going to be like, what? That's what I just sat through this for? So I'm giving you your warning. You can do with that as you wish. Sadie Sink, by the way, is incredible. When you learn who she is, when you see the way it's played out, it really, really is exciting. Everyone just absolutely smashes it in this movie, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. My expectation is we're going to get Spider-Man back in Secret Wars, because, you know, if Tom's not in Doomsday, he's got to be in Secret Wars, right? So, you know, especially after this box office, you know they're going to want to use Tom for sure. So, front and center, baby. But yes, again, 5 out of 5 stars. And just killing the box office. Again, I'd be remiss. I know we're going to talk box office here in a second, but to just see it break the preview night record, the Friday record, the Saturday record, the Sunday record, and it broke the Monday record and the Tuesday record. So I'm recording on a Wednesday. It probably broke the Wednesday record too, but it's killing it. It's already crossed $1 billion in literally like 6 days. It is insane. It's the biggest domestic release of all time, box office wise, and worldwide it's number 2 only to Avengers Endgame. Just incredible numbers, and that we'll talk about here in a second. So love it. All right, my next movie is over on the streaming side of things, and I don't love it. This one is on Prime Video, and I'm talking about The Devil's Mouth. Now, I didn't have high hopes for this movie, but I did have some hopes from it. It's directed by Jeff Wadlow, and I like a lot of his films. And you got Catherine Newton in here. I really like her, and Lana Condor. And I'm just a sucker for shark movies. And this one here is a group of college friends in Thailand, and their adventure goes deadly when they become trapped in submerged caves with a dangerous predator. It's just dumb. This movie's just dumb. It's boring. It's PG-13, so you don't really see anything. There's no fun to be had. I was bored. And it's an hour and 46, which is too long for a movie like this. This should not have been any longer than 90 minutes. It just didn't work. It didn't really work on any level for me. It starts off kind of fun, and then it just gets silly as hell. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to waste much more breath on The Devil's Mouth. I give this one just 2 out of 5 stars. And over on the TV side, just want to shout out real fast that Lioness is back for season 3. This is the Zoe Saldana show that is on Paramount Plus. Nicole Kidman's in this, Morgan Freeman. This is another Taylor Sheridan show. I love Lioness. It is a gritty, tactical kind of show. And the first 2 seasons were incredible, and we're back for season 3. So they only dropped the first episode. It is a weekly rollout, so you got to, pace yourself here on this one. But definitely check it out. And if you missed that it was back, it is back, baby, for season 3. So that's on Paramount Plus. All right, let's recap real quick. Spider-Man Brand New Day, 5 out of 5 stars, now playing in theaters. The Devil's Mouth, streaming over on Prime Video, 2 out of 5 stars. And over on Paramount Plus, Lioness is back for season 3. All right, let's talk the overall box office. Coming in number 10, it is Young Washington. Number 9 is the debut of I Want Your Sex. Number 8, Evil Dead Burn, which is now available on Premium VOD. Number 7 is The Invite. Again, another amazing movie you need to check out if you haven't. Number 6, Hadestown the Musical, which my wife loves musicals, and she walked out of this one. So crazy to see how much money it's making, because my wife said it was horrible. Number 5 is Moana. Number 4, Minions and Monsters. Number 3, Toy Story 5. Number 2, The Odyssey, still bringing in $51 million for The Odyssey there at number 2. And number 1, we just talked about it, Spider-Man Brand New Day, domestically here in the United States, bringing in $360 million. It is incredible. Now, when the estimate numbers came out on Sunday, Brand New Day was estimated to make 355. And at the time, 355 would have been second place because Avengers Endgame made 357. So that's how close it was. 355 to 357. But when the Monday numbers came out, Spider-Man Brand New Day made 360. So it surpassed Endgame to be the biggest opening weekend ever in America. And like I said, only second to Avengers Endgame worldwide. Avengers Endgame made over $1 billion in its opening weekend, and Spider-Man Brand New Day made $930 million. So right there, and the very next day on Monday, it hit $1 billion. So this movie is trucking along, and like I said, this is the biggest weekend ever domestically at the box office. If you add all the top 10 films up, it's the biggest box office weekend of all time domestically. Tom Holland, the first actor to be in the top 4 opening release movies, because he's got Spider-Man Brand New Day, Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War are the top 4 opening weekends, and he's in all 4 of those. Another big statistic here is Tom Holland, Zendaya, and John Bernthal being in the number 1 and number 2 movies at the same time. Never been done before, so congratulations there. Just amazing amount of records being smashed over here by Spider-Man Brand New Day. Well deserved. Something I never thought I'd see a number like this again after COVID. I mean, we haven't come even close to these kind of numbers. Spider-Man, in just its opening 3 days, made more money than Superman and Supergirl combined over at the DCU. It made more money than last year in the DCU, but last year in the MCU, when we had Captain America: Brave New World, we had Thunderbolts, and we had Fantastic Four. Spider-Man has made more money than all 3 of those movies combined in just its opening weekend. So when people talk superhero fatigue, it is obviously not a thing, because everyone is loving Spider-Man Brand New Day at $360 million. And that was just for the weekend. We're already crossing over $500 million in the United States, which is just insane. All right, guys, that's the box office. Let's get on over to our news of the week and get you caught up. Glenn Powell's show, man, one of the funniest shows. I loved Chad Powers. Chad Powers over on Hulu with Glenn Powell, where he's a football player, and he's a disgraced football player, so he puts on prosthetics and plays a character named Chad Powers to try to get his recognition back. It's been renewed for season 2, and we have a release date, September 3rd. So it's coming out quicker than I thought it would, and I can't wait. Again, this is a Hulu exclusive, and season 2 of Chad Powers releases September 3rd. I will be there. Amanda LP, Jay Burchell, and Sayara Bravo with Kevin Durant are joining Reacher for season 5. Love this casting. Jay is great. Kevin is great. I'm not too familiar with the other 2 girls, but like the additions here of Kevin and Jay. we have, let me see here, I'm kind of skipping a couple of these poster things. We have the first trailer for the final season of Outer Banks. This premieres August 20th over on Netflix. We have the first trailer for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 18. This premieres August 17th on FX and Hulu. We have a first look at Jacob Tremblay as the Unabomber in the upcoming film Unabomber. The film follows Ted Kaczynski's transformation into the domestic terrorist known as the Unabomber. This is going to be releasing September 25th over on Netflix. Jacob looks great in this, so looking forward to this one here. We have the new trailer for Fall 2. This premieres September 2nd. I Hate Heights. This trailer had me tripping. So I don't know if I can see this in the theater, but I'll watch it at home for sure. But we'll see, man. Fall 2, Dead Point, coming out in theaters September 2nd. Amy Pascal has confirmed that they are working on an animated Venom movie. Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein from Final Destination Bloodlines are set to direct it. We have the first trailer for the Thomas Crown Affair, right? That is the remake that is directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan. The film follows a billionaire who steals priceless artworks while falling in love with the woman who's investigating him. This is going to hit theaters on March 5th of 2027. Jessica Lange will play all 4 of her iconic characters in American Horror Story Season 13. That's what Ryan Murphy has confirmed, and we have an article up where you can see all the roles that the all-star cast will be bringing back this fall. We have the 2026 Fall TV calendar, that's right, highlighting every season and series premiere across ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. So check that out if you're interested. Chicago Fire is saying goodbye to an original cast member. Joe Minoso, who has played Joe Cruz since season 1, will exit the NBC drama in the upcoming season 15. Good news, American Idol fans. ABC has already renewed the singing competition for season 25. Again, Outer Banks, the next season, hits Netflix on August 20th. We have the trailer for Wicker. This is going to be hitting select theaters on October 23rd. This stars Olivia Colman, Alexander Skarsgård, Elizabeth Debicki, and Peter Dinklage. This movie looks insane, just saying. So check out the trailer and you'll see what I'm saying. A Clueless event series is officially in the works. Now, they were working on this over at Peacock, and then Peacock decided we're not going to move forward on it. Well, Paramount Plus has picked it up. That's right, a Clueless event series officially in development over at Paramount Plus. Alicia Silverstone will reprise her role as Cher Horowitz. So, love it, and I think Paramount Plus is a good pickup for it. We got a cool clip, which they're kind of saying is a new teaser trailer, but it really is kind of a clip from the movie, of Jason Momoa's Blanca versus Andrew Koji's Ryu from Street Fighter. This hits theaters on October 16th. I love this clip. I think Momoa looks awesome as Blanca. I like the way he's playing him. And it just looks like fun, man. I think Street Fighter is going to be a pleasant surprise when it drops. The Elden Ring movie is officially wrapped filming, and it's going to hit theaters on March 3rd of 2028. John Leguizamo is in talks to star in the Daniels next film alongside Matt Damon. That's going to hit theaters on November 19th of 2027. The new season of Adults for season 2 releases August 27th over on FX and Hulu. We have the new trailer for Victorian Psycho. This one stars Micah Monroe. The film follows an eccentric governess who takes care of children in a remote Gothic manor while hiding her psychopathic tendencies. This is going to hit theaters on September 25th. Tom Holland says that the plan is already laid out for the next Spider-Man actor to take over after he leaves. He says there's a whole plan that we have been working on, and I would say since we finished Spider-Man No Way Home, it's laid out. It's going to change for sure. I'm sure it's going to change, but I have a really clear vision to passing of the baton, and I think it's really exciting. Now, honestly, again, after this box office, I don't think Tom Holland's going anywhere. I hate that they keep talking about, like, is he going to come back? Of course he's going to come back. I believe he signed a 3-picture deal with Sony. I know he's going to pop up in an Avengers film, and Tom has said, I will play this role as long as they have me. So I know Sony loves him. They don't want him going anywhere, so I don't think we're going to have no passing of the torch. I do think eventually we will get Miles Morales, and at that point, you know, they can do a team up. They could do different movies together, separate, whatever they want to do, but I think Tom ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Very bummer of news here. Marvel Studios' Wonder Man has been canceled at Disney+. The news comes despite the fact that Disney announced the Season 2 renewal for the show back in March, roughly 2 months after it debuted. According to sources, a writer's room for Season 2 was never opened, and the show's writers have been released to pursue other projects. Now, this is just crazy right here. I hate when shows are renewed, and then for some reason, a couple months later, yank, psych, we're not doing it, we're not moving forward. Why? You renewed it, you made a commitment, you should stick to it. I have a feeling because Destin Daniel Cretton has said, believe me, I would have made the show if they wanted us to make the show, that it's not Kevin Feige's fault. It leads me to believe this was a Disney decision. I feel in my heart of hearts that Disney wants to move away from doing Marvel stuff on Disney+. And I think they're scaling back on all the shows because we have Vision Quest coming out in October, and we got Daredevil Born Again Season 3 coming out in March. There's no other shows in development. Nothing else is being filmed. Nothing else is on the docket. So I really do think that it's Disney Plus just saying, we don't want to do Marvel shows anymore. Let's keep it all theatrical. And that, unfortunately, caught Wonder Man in the crosshairs. So that's what I can assume at this point. I know everyone wanted to make it. Everyone loved it. And this is definitely a big bummer to see it canceled for sure. Billie Eilish's Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour live, the movie that came out back in May, is going to start streaming on Paramount Plus on August 6th. So keep an eye out for that. The Walking Dead franchise is going to stream on both Netflix and AMC Plus beginning in 2027 under a new $500 million deal. Insane right there. Matthew McFadyen and Claire Foy are going to lead an adaptation of David Nichols' You Are Here for the BBC and Starz. Mahershala Ali calling it quits, it seems. You know, he's supposed to be Blade. He was announced as Blade like 8 years ago, and nothing has happened, and he says he's ready to move on. He says if they wanted to do the movie, we would have done the movie. He says at this point, if they want to do Blade, that's on them, but I'm not doing it. So, craziness, man, but you can't blame Mahershala. He's been waiting since like 2018 or 2019 to do this goddamn role, and for some reason they just can't figure out what to do with Blade. So, you know, if he's stepping away, it's a bummer. They lost the talent, but I get it. I totally get it. In keeping up with the Marvel news, this was big news that dropped. Samara Weaving, she has been picked as the choice to play Emma Frost in the upcoming X-Men movie. After meeting with a number of candidates, director Jake Schreier and Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige landed on Weaving earlier this week to tackle the role of Frost. So, love this. Samara Weaving is incredible. She is amazing, and she is goddamn drop-dead sexy, and that is what you need for an Emma Frost, man. She is the perfect casting. I love this. I think, you know, D23 is like 2 weeks away. I think we're going to get the full X-Men cast announced at D23. I am pretty sure on it since they didn't touch X-Men at Comic-Con, obviously because they were trying to avoid some spoilery stuff. But now that's out the way and they can go for it at D23. But love this edition here. Samara Weaving, again, getting the role of Emma Frost in X-Men. Alrighty. Like we talked about Spider-Man, we're going to talk about some of the records. The preview night, $72 million. That's right. The preview night record that was held by Avengers Endgame was at $60 million, so it beat it by $12 million. That is just the preview night on Thursday. That is incredible. So we'll continue down the news. And again, this one here, 90% from the critics, 98% from the audience. Everyone is loving some Brand New Day. We have the new trailer for Ryan Murphy's The Shards, which premieres August 5th. Over on FX and Hulu, which just came out tonight, so keep an eye out for The Shards if you're interested. The main cast of The In-Betweeners have reportedly now signed on to return for a revival movie over at Netflix. Let's see here. Yeah, D23 in 2 weeks on August 14th, 15th, and 16th in Anaheim, California. Warner Brothers and Paramount are in a heated race to which Nightmare on Elm Street remake will be deeper in development before the merger closes. Warner Brothers has Lee Cronin in talks to direct, and Paramount Pictures will have a shot-by-shot remake with the blessing of Wes Craven's estate. So, pretty interesting here that we're in this race to make Nightmare on Elm Street. We got a statement up with Yahya Abdul-Mateen II talking about Wonder Man being canceled, so check that out. Booster Gold, the DCU TV show, is in limbo as as right now the DC Studios is saying that they're not going to move forward on Booster Gold. So that's a bummer. I know the guy that wrote the script said it was one of the best scripts he's ever written, and he was very excited about it when he turned it in. So I don't know what happened there. That's really a big bummer to hear such positivity and then to be told we're not moving forward with this. So I was looking forward to a Booster Gold TV show, and I guess now we will just have to wait and see what ends up happening at this point. Supposedly they're working on a New Girl reunion show. That would be awesome. I love the show New Girl, and if they can get everybody back, that would be incredible. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Another Chicago Fire cast member is saying goodbye. That's right, Dermot Mulroney, who plays Battalion Chief Dom Pascal, will exit the NBC series in the upcoming season 15. It's official, Rebecca Hall will star opposite real-life husband Morgan Spector in Netflix's as-yet-untitled adaptation of Dan Brown's The Secret of Secrets. Megan Fahey's next TV series will bring her back to HBO. The two-time Emmy nominee will star in a limited series called The Trial of Louise Woodard. The show is based on the true story of a late 1990s court case that became a media sensation. Let's see here. All right. So we talked about the preview night. We're talking about the Friday, the opening Friday of Spider-Man Brand New Day, the biggest, highest grossing opening for a film in cinema history at $168 million. In just Friday alone. Can you? It is just insane. This thing almost hit 200 million in one day. It beat out Avengers Endgame's 157. So by $11 million, Spider-Man Brand New Day took it home there. We got your streaming guide up for the month. That's right. Michael's going to start streaming on Starz. Mother Mary will be on HBO Max. The Billie Eilish movie on Paramount Plus. You, Me, and Tuscany on Peacock. And a whole bunch more. So keep an eye out on the list and see when your favorite movie is coming and when. The Barbie sequel. That's right. They're trying to move forward with this Barbie sequel, but David Zaslav will not approve any bigger salaries for Ryan Gosling or Margot Robbie. And that has stalled the project. That's right. If they're not going to get paid properly, they ain't going to do it. So the Barbie sequel has stalled. All right. Let's see. We did talk about that one. So, yeah, 930 million worldwide opening. God, just so crazy. We talked about the Tom Holland stuff there. The MCU now holds the three biggest opening weekends of all time. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Endgame, and Avengers Infinity War. So there you go there. That's awesome. The Odyssey has already just passed 900 million worldwide. So there you go. It's going to definitely be part of the $1 billion club. The biggest domestic box office weekend of all time with over 412 million total. So that's awesome there. The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, is now streaming over on HBO Max. Andy Muschietti confirms It Welcome to Derry Season 2 will be set in 1935. Derry is a graveyard almost. It's a carcass of something because people are depleted, poor, tired, jobless, homeless. The kids don't have a suburban, comforting life. So looking forward, man. I still don't feel like this has been officially greenlit by HBO, but they're working on it, so we will see. Yeah, so we talked about how it came out at 355, but then when the Monday numbers came out, it was at 360, so it broke the record from Avengers Endgame. We have the new trailer for Star Wars Visions, The Ninth Jedi. This streams August 5th over on Disney+. Mahershala Ali stars in the new trailer for Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother. This is going to hit select theaters on September 25th and everywhere in October. Again, Spider-Man Brand New Day will hit IMAX theaters starting this weekend on August 7th. Mary Holland has been cast as the female lead in the upcoming Jimmy Olsen series, so keep an eye out for that. She's pretty funny, man. I think she'll be a great addition there. Tom Rothman over at Sony has said that there are no Spider-Man villain spinoffs in active development. He says ultimately the audience wasn't satisfied enough with them. Whether that's a fair assessment of those movies, who knows? So yes, of course, after the bombs like Madam Web and Morbius and Kraven, they've just shut all that down and said, we'll stick to Spider-Man, and that's probably the smartest thing there. Amy Pascal has confirmed that she does want Destin Daniel Cretton to return to make Spider-Man 5. She says if we have it our way, he certainly will be our director. Amy Pascal teases that the next James Bond will likely be cast by the end of the year. So there you go, man. Hopefully that'll be big news. Henry Cavill confirms that he is set to still star as the lead of the live-action Warhammer 40,000 series. He also confirms that Mike Flanagan is writing the series. Kevin Feige says that there are plans for Spider-Man 5, but Tom Holland and Zendaya will rest first. He says there are always plans, but Tom and Zendaya are going to take a good and restful victory lap, which they very much deserve. So I love that. We have the first trailer for Takashi Miike's new film, Bad Lieutenant Tokyo. The film follows a disgraced Tokyo detective who joins an investigation involving an ex-Yakuza, an FBI agent, and a missing daughter of a powerful American family. So there you go. Kumail Nanjiani is set to star in and direct a new horror comedy called Howl. The film follows a famous but troubled actor who announces on a talk show that in less than an hour, he'll turn into a werewolf on live TV. So, hey man, I'll check out anything with Kumail, so I like that. Let's see here. Like I said, Spider-Man Brand New Day already passed $1 billion, so the second fastest film in history to hit that fucking milestone right there. Jafar Jackson, who of course played Michael Jackson in the Michael movie, he's set to star in Supermax alongside Will Smith. The action thriller follows 2 FBI agents investigating an impossible murder within a maximum security prison. We have a new little teaser. It's only about 20 seconds long for Lanterns, but it looks pretty cool. Again, this hits HBO in just a couple weeks on August 16th. Kevin Feige says that fans will be incredibly satisfied and incredibly surprised by the ending of Avengers Doomsday. And then he says, then everyone's going to have a hard time waiting a year for Secret Wars. I still don't know at this point if Secret Wars is going to come out in a year, because they still haven't started filming this thing, and it comes out in like a year and a half. So they got to get going, man. The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is now streaming on Disney+, it has reached 15.2 million views in its first 5 days. That number makes the sequel the biggest live-action movie debut on Disney+ since Deadpool and Wolverine in 2024. Congratulations. Kevin Feige, of course, talked about keeping Sadie Sink's character a secret before Spider-Man Brand New Day. He says it's purely about creating the best possible opening weekend experience for the audience. Sadie's character is one that our fans know has immense significance within the Marvel Universe, and she plays a key role in that future of the MCU. I'm just happy that the secret's finally out and that Sadie can stop dodging the questions. So there you go. I love it that they saved that just for the audience. Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about Ryan Hurst, who was playing Kratos in the live-action God of War series, and that he got hurt on set, and he unfortunately got let go because of his injury, and they were going to recast. Well, Dave Bautista is currently in talks for the role of Kratos. So will he step in? He's in talks. We will see. My only concern, because I love Dave, and this gets me more excited about the God of War TV series, but I gotta say, Batista has been looking real thin these days, and if he's gonna play Kratos, I need Batista from WWE back. So, he's got to bulk the fuck back up, because skinny Batista ain't gonna be, unless he's gonna wear like the Rock's padded suit from Moana. So we're gonna have to see how that one plays out. But I love Dave, so I hope he does take it. Let's see here. Got an article up with Kevin Feige talking about Brand New Day, breaking records, Sadie Sink's reveal, Tom Holland, and the potential Spider-Man 5. So big article up with Kevin Feige to check out. Amazon has greenlit its first ever multicam sitcom, which hails from none other than the legendary Friends co-creator Marta Kaufman. Titled Dinks, which stands for Dual Income No Kids, the show will also be the first ever improvised multicam comedy. Paul Scheer and June Diane Raphael, who are married in real life, will star in the show alongside series regular John Gabrus. All right. I like that. All right, let's see what we got here. What else? VHS Mixtape, the 9th installment of the horror anthology series, is set to debut October 9th on Shudder. The film includes segments from Ernest Dickerson, RZA, David Moreau, and Renee Zahn, whose segment includes original creations from Jim Henson's Creature Shop. So I'm hit and miss with the VHS movies, man. So I'm always looking forward to them. The last couple have kind of let me down, but we'll see what we do here with Mixtape. All right, so even though Henry Cavill is going to lead the live-action Warhammer 40,000 show, he is also working on an animated event series that is in development. Henry Cavill will produce it. Cavill is currently attached to star in the live-action version and now doing this animated one. So very interesting there. He loves that stuff. Brittany Snow has officially joined the cast of The Housemaid's Secret. This is going to hit theaters next year on December 17th of 2027. David Harbour is back with Kristen Bell this time for the first trailer for Violent Night 2. Violent Night was such a fun movie, man. Looking forward to the sequel. This looks like it's playing up the humor side a little bit more, but I'm down for it, man. I love David Harbour in this role. This is going to hit theaters on December 4th. Let's see here. Kevin J. O'Connor and Oded Fair are both returning for the new Mummy movie. This is going to hit theaters on October 15th, 2027. Let's see here. We talked about Spider-Man having the biggest Monday of all time with 47 million. We know that Ryan Murphy's next monster series will be the Lizzie Borden story. The series will follow Lizzie Borden, who was accused of murdering her father and stepmother with an axe inside their family home. This releases September 17th on Netflix. Minions and Monsters is coming out on digital August 11th. The Voice has announced a celebrity edition coming to NBC in 2027 with new Judge Joe Jonas and host Keke Palmer. So check that out next year. Hulu and Disney Plus are going to give The Artful Dodger one last shot. They're renewing the show for a third and final season. Viola Davis is returning to the small screen. The How to Get Away with Murder alum will star in a new Paramount Plus thriller called Ascent. Colin from Accounts has finally got a date for its American debut run here on Paramount Plus for its final season. It will hit Paramount Plus on September 10th. I like the show, so looking forward to its final season here. September 10th, Paramount Plus. All right, what else we got? You know the story, now experience the director's cut. That's right, the X-Files, I Want to Believe, will stream for the first time on Disney Plus and Hulu on August 14th. All right. Peacock has renewed the 5-star weekend for season 2. It was a good show. I watched the 5-star weekend. I just finished it a couple days ago. It's a very girly show, I'm going to say. So, but I was invested more than I thought I would. But it felt like a very one and done kind of show. So I'll be very curious to see what they come up with for season 2. But Peacock says it's the biggest show they've ever had. So no doubt they swooped it in for a pickup for season 2. So Jennifer Garner leads this one. It was a fun show for what it was, but a lot of what the show was about, they can't really repeat in season 2. So, like I said, I guess we'll see where it goes. Primetime, the new movie starring Robert Pattinson, where he plays Chris Hansen. The new official full trailer will debut tomorrow. We have the all-new Insidious trailer for Out of the Further. This hits theaters on August 21st. A Gilmore Girls documentary is in the works over at HBO Max. Grown Ups 3 is officially filming over at Netflix. Love that. Spider-Man Brand New Day with the biggest Tuesday of all time. That's right, 42 million. So still killing it at 1.1 billion so far. The Love Hypothesis, starring Lily Reinhart and Tom Bateman. The film is based on a novel that was originally Raylo fan fiction, follows a woman who pretends to date a biology professor. This hits as Prime Video on September 23rd. The Russo brothers shared a pretty cool artwork that was done by Boss Logic for Spider-Man Brand New Day, breaking their Avengers Endgame record and passing the torch to Spider-Man. I love it. Spider-Man's wearing all the 6 Infinity Stones, and he's the king now, man. So I love this artwork, and I love that the Russos celebrated Spider-Man killing it. Joel Kinnaman will be interrogating Saddam Hussein and TNT's high-value target for the hunt for Saddam. This is going to be coming soon, so check out the first teaser trailer for it. I Love L.A. has added 6 new guest stars for Season 2. Taron Egerton, Jamie Chung, Benjamin Norris, Dylan Arnold, Jesse Hodges, and Milan Carter. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, Peacock said that the 5-star weekend was the most watched scripted series of all time on the platform. We have your first look at the Martin spinoff, The Varnell Hill Show. This is going to premiere September 1st on Paramount Plus with the first 2 episodes. Tommy Davidson returns as the title character nearly 30 years after the original series has ended. So there you go. I don't even remember that character. Like I said, Spider-Man Brand New Day, the highest grossing movie of 2026 in just 7 days. That's right. The film has now grossed $1.15 billion, including 449 domestic and 706 internationally. The year's top performer before was Toy Story 5, and it just passed that. So look at that. Already, in just 7 days, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the biggest film of the year. Whew! Insane. Can't wait to see where this thing tops out, man. Can it hit $3 billion? That's the question. Can it hit it? Can it take the Avatar record? We will see. Richard Madden is set to star in a new hostage thriller called Trauma over at Prime Video and Paramount Plus. And Wizards of Waverly Place just ended, but it could continue with a movie. That's what they're saying. They have had some loose conversations about it, so we'll see if it comes back. But that's all I got for you. I know we went a little over that half-hour mark. We're at 41, but hey, we had an extra day to talk about due to my delay. So there you go. Again, if you want to check out any of these trailers, you want to read any more of these articles, go to our X page, x.com/Am I on the Air. It's all right there. You don't even need to subscribe. Just go to the URL and you can check out anything you like. You should bookmark that because that's where you get all the stuff as it drops. So make sure you follow us there on our X page, at Am I on the Air. Follow me directly at DXDonMega. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Am I on the Air. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you stream podcasts. Make sure you subscribe to us so you never miss an episode. And please leave a review, 5 stars, thumbs up. Make sure you give us a little love. It really goes a long way. Make sure you follow all our social media at TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all simply at Am I on the Air. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage, so it's where you can find everything right there. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. You can follow along at Red Dragons Radio and at PopCulture_Pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. And that'll do it for me here tonight. Now, I'll be hitting the theater a couple times this weekend. I'm going to be checking out Eli Roth's new horror movie, The Ice Cream Man. Looking forward to checking it out, even though the early word is that it's horrible, but that just gets me more excited to see it. So Ice Cream Man on Thursday, go and check out Super Troopers 3 on Friday, and probably go back on Saturday to check out Spider-Man again for the 3rd time in IMAX, baby. So got a lot of stuff ahead of us. I hope you all have an amazing week. We'll be back next week, hopefully back on our Tuesday. And so take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all, peace.
Red Dragons!